So when Joe asked me if I was interested in presenting today on the main stage, I said, of course, why wouldn't I be? And he said, the thing is, you only have 20 minutes. And I was like, ooh, Joe, you know me. In college, I majored in PowerPoint. I can't do 20 minutes. You know, when I do an hour-long talk, I have like 100 slides. So how do I do 20 minutes? So the thing is, I'm not going to. And all right, everybody's bladder empty? Ready? Just like buckle in. Here we go. 5 hours. Mitch Joel is following me. He's back there going, what? I have dinner plans. So as Ellen said, let's pretend that we are a year from now at Content Marketing World 2017, and all of you are back, which makes the CMI staff really, really happy. It's been an important year. That was actually right at the beginning of the year, there was a historic event that sort of kicked us into 2017. Remember when this happened? You gotta love that write-in vote, right? It was a shock, though. All right, so we are at 2017 Content Marketing World. People in this room made news, too. Some big stories that came out of 2017. So I want to highlight 3 standout content marketing programs today, and then look at how each of them got there, give you a sort of framework or prescription that you can follow to bring your own programs and processes along. Marketing is impatient. Joe talked about having patience with our marketing programs this morning. Everything we do feels like we have to do it faster, right? We want more leads, we want more sales, we want more fans and followers and comments and likes. We want it all, and we want it as fast as possible. But the standout content of 2017, as it happens, the folks who produced this amazing content in 2017 that I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes didn't get there by going faster. They actually got there by slowing down a little bit, by pulling back and going a little bit slower. So why would we do that? Why am I standing up here suggesting to you guys that to kill it in 2017, you too have to slow down, that you have to pull back a little bit? Conventional wisdom is that if you slow down, you're roadkill, right? Why would I be suggesting that you do that? The thing is that the opposite turns out to be true, that there is value in slowing down, in being a little bit more plodding and deliberate and thoughtful, especially in the content marketing space. But the key is slowing down at the right moments, right? We move too fast to say we need to slow down all the time, but you do need to slow down at some key moments. So how do you know what those moments are? Today I'm going to share with you 3 questions, three things that you can ask yourself to sort of find out what are those slow moments, and try to identify those. So let's just jump right in. One of the best products of 2017 had to be this, the boyfriend body pillow. You know this product because you all have them, right? Who has a boyfriend body pillow at home? Right, oh, I know, because you brought them all with you to Cleveland, of course. You brought them with you. So what this is it's literally a pillow that's a man that's dismembered and quartered and stuffed, I guess. And then his arm is kind of set into this permanently, like, snuggly crook right here. And you can, like, snuggle into it. Why was this such a success? Why was this the standout product of 2017? Because the marketing geniuses of the boyfriend body pillow took a different approach. They took a slow approach to thinking through their marketing from a customer-centric point of view. And they did that by asking a key, single, clarifying question. So what? I've talked about this before in a writing context. The idea is to reframe a piece of writing from the perspective of the reader by asking, so what? And then answering because, until you've sort of exhausted your ability to come up with any kind of reasonable answer. So in a marketing context, this is reframing a service or a product as a clear value for the customer. So here's the process that the marketing geniuses at the Boyfriend Body Pillow went through. They said, we want to sell more boyfriend body pillows. Well, so what? Because it's soft and comfortable. Well, so what? Because you can snuggle into it like you might an actual person, but without the annoying tendencies that an actual person might have. Well, so what? Because you can sleep better when you have firm sleeping support and love in your life. And here's where it starts to get a little bit unanswerable. Well, so what? Because sleeping better is better, and love is good. So here's what they came to. The Boyfriend Body Pillow offers world-class snuggling without the annoying tendencies of an actual man, like no snoring, no nudging, no nothing. It'll give you the best sleep of your life. It'll deliver the best sleep of your life. The other piece I loved on this is that they also offered a sort of like a PS at the bottom. It's like it also comes with a removable microfiber shirt for softness and easy care. Because like if your boyfriend is going to wear like a button down to bed, you want to make sure that it's washable, I guess. I don't know. Soft and washable. So why does this matter? Why do we need to think about so what as the beginning of our content programs? Like I'm talking about a product here, but think of it as the sort of genesis of so many of our marketing programs, a way to think about your product or service, your content from a customer point of view. So why does this matter? It's because this is a shortcut to empathy. Asking so what is essentially a shortcut to customer empathy. And why is that important? It's because the bit of research, Joe shared a small piece of it this morning, the bit of research that Marketing Profs does with the Content Marketing Institute, we found that 71% of marketers are looking to build long-term content marketing programs, which is awesome. But at the same time, only 29% of us are always focused on creating content that the audience will love. That's audience-centric and not brand-centric. So that's a problem a little bit. Yet ironically, slowing down long enough to ask that question will deliver results long-term. And I think that's true whether you sell pretend boyfriends or B2B solutions, right? So speaking of solutions, the second standout product of 2017 that I want to talk about today is Informatica's book, The Data Lake. Informatica is a global data management company, and the question that Informatica slowed down long enough to ask itself was a strategic one. And the question is, wait, what? I hear this a lot from my kids. For example, I imagine that like my teenage daughter is like half listening to me, and as I'm like droning on about something, and I'll say like, no, like, and then I'll throw in something to sort of see if she's paying attention to me, like, and Adele is playing in our living room this weekend, and she's like, wait, what? Like, do any of you have kids here? Do you do that? Did any of you used to be teenagers? And you do this? It's a thing that I do too. It's an easy way to sort of like, you're listening to somebody in a meeting or whatever, and until suddenly something shakes you out of it, and you go like, wait, what? In a content marketing construct, from a content marketing point of view, that question of wait, what, is an important strategic question because it will help you align on the why before you get to the how. And aligning on the why in content marketing is far more important long-term than aligning on the how or the what. So I think that this question of wait, what is important if we're going to sustain and elevate marketing within the organization, right? If we're going to sustain marketing within our groups. So here's what Informatica did. This is their book. It's called The Data Lake. It documents how it turned marketing upside down, essentially, how it turned it from a sort of money pit in some ways into sort of the poor relation of these grown-up departments of finance or sales into a very powerful, accountable, data-driven contributor to the bottom line of Informatica. So the way that they did that is they connected all of those dots, all of those dashboards, all of the activities that they were doing and all the tools that they were using end to end to see which ones actually were contributing. They essentially sort of solved this problem, this sort of misalignment between marketing and sales that plagues so many B2B companies. I mean, I'm vastly simplifying, oversimplifying, really. I'm vastly oversimplifying. But suffice it to say that if like marketing and sales alignment was a sport in Rio, Is it? Wait, what? So if it was a sport in Rio, these guys would have medaled. Like, they really killed it. They sort of figured that out. So they wrote this book documenting how they did this in this sort of 60-day hustle, this 60-day sprint. And they sort of laid it all out for those of us who are interested to sort of learn from. But the thing that was really interesting about this book is that they also confessed that what preceded that 60-day sprint was 18 to 24 months of this sort of slog, the boring work of doing all the things they needed to get into place to make sure that that 60-day sprint was going to be successful. That was all the stuff that they didn't write the book about. You know, the sort of marathon piece of making sure that all these pieces were in place so that they could execute on that sprint. So why is this important? It's because I think that there is immense pressure these days to hustle more, not only in marketing but in our life, right? To sort of hustle more, to get more done. We feel like we need to be sprinting all the time, especially when we compare ourselves to others who do seem to be sprinting all the time. Creative director Chase Reeves says that basing your worldview on social media quite often is like watching the last 200 yards of a marathon. And it can feel that way too, I think, even in this room, even at this event. You know, it's like you look at what GoPro is doing. It's like you're watching them run the marathon. Look, there they go. Like, they just, you know, won an Academy Award for some movie that they filmed from the front of a skateboard. And, like, there goes Marriott Studios. They won, like, an Oscar last year. It's all these things can make you feel like everybody else is killing it when you're sort of not, right? So I think asking that wait what can sort of help us figure out what is our goal. What is that thing that needs alignment in your company? It's going to vary depending on what your company is, but be that person to ask the wait what question. Be that person who can take some control back and figure out why are we doing this? What do we need to do to actually be successful? And then why are we doing it? What is our long-term plan?